What's up all you cats and kittens? Adam Bomb here once again, and today I'm going to be sharing some lighting and camera tips that can really add some fire to any YouTube setup. Stick around. So first things first, lights. Buy them now. Now I know I wasn't particularly stoked about buying lights either, but after seeing how much of a difference they're going to make in my videos, I'm totally on board. There's a ton of options for lighting. The three big ones for content creation would probably be ring lights, panel lights, and softbox lighting. All three are good options from what I hear, but I decided to go with some pretty inexpensive panel lights that I actually think are pretty awesome. The link for these will be down below if you're interested. The only thing I would keep in mind with these ones in particular is that the tripod stands that they come with aren't like super tall. They're tall enough, but they're only like, I don't know, maybe like 2 feet tall or something like that. So just keep in mind if you want to have some light shining from above you, like I have this white one here, then I would suggest either like having like a shelf to put them on, or in my case I found this this bigger tripod that I have that works just fine with these things. Other than that, they're a super solid buy. They come with white, red, yellow, and blue color filters, and they come in a pack of 2. So yeah, the first thing you should do is buy some lights, and you'll notice that any camera, no matter how expensive or inexpensive, will instantaneously seem a heck of a lot better. Now, if you're just doing simple YouTube videos or whatever, you really don't need to know a whole lot about lighting and camera techniques, but I'm going to give you 3 basic things that I've picked up mostly from other YouTubers that you should keep in mind when you're creating some simple video content. Number 1, make sure your subject is well lit, and this is very important. Preferably the subject should have its own light source, and also preferably it should be like from above. In most cases the subject will be yourself, so in my case here I'm the main subject of most of this video. So I have one panel set up on a tripod up there behind my computer with a white filter, just a normal white filter facing at a downward angle towards me. And then I'm using the second panel behind me here in the shot with a red filter to make the background just a lot more interesting and spooky than it would be with a plain old white light. Number 2, make sure that the light sources facing the subject are balanced with the shot. So like if your camera or your light source are facing at kind of weird angles, you can get things like shadows on your face or in the background that you don't want. So make sure to position these elements in a way that will minimize unwanted shadows and distortions. I can't really tell you how to do that, it's all relative to your setup, so let's move on to number 3. So finally, and this one might be the most useful tip if you're a beginner, get used to the camera settings in whatever content creation program you're using. For me, that's Streamlabs OBS. So let's pop in there real fast and see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so here I am in Streamlabs, and I'm going to first get to my webcam. I'm going to find that in my sources here within this scene, which is right here. And I'm going to make sure that only my webcam is highlighted, because it's easy to click on multiple things and whatnot. Especially if you click on this folder, it'll select everything that's in there. So just make sure you're clicking on just your webcam. And we're going to right click it, and we're going to go to filters. So as you can see, I already have a color correction filter on here with all these settings. If you don't have any filters, it'll ask you to create a filter. You just want to make sure you select color correction, because there's a bunch of different kinds of filters, but make sure you select the one that says this. And then you should get to a screen that looks something like this with a bunch of slider bars and these different labels on the left side here. You really don't need to move these bars a whole lot, but you'll notice a huge difference just by moving them a tiny bit. So mess around with those, see what you like. You can easily turn it on and off with this little view button here to see what it looks like off and as well as on. So this is what it looks like on, and this is what it looks like off. Yeah, huge difference, right? Look at that contrast. You know, that actually doesn't look too bad without it, but that looks so much better. And by the way, my webcam is only like $25 or something, so as you can see, it has a huge impact, especially on the cheaper cameras. So make sure you just mess around with your filters. Don't be afraid to move things back and forth. You can always clear it. It's not hard to get rid of. So don't be afraid to go in there and mess around with some settings in the color correction filter. Okay, real quick before we wrap this up, I want to show you some other cool things you can do with this for some really crazy effects. If you mess around with some of these, like the hue shift here, the hue shift can really do some cool things. So check this out. If I move this thing around, I can change the whole color scheme of everything that I got going on. Like, look how cool that is. I'm definitely going to use this for like some music videos and stuff. But as you can see, if you just keep sliding this, it'll keep giving you different color combos. Look at how crazy that is. My lips are blue. Yeah, we can go over here. We got purple and yellow. Like, that's super dope. So, oh, that's nice. Look at that. Look at that pinkish red. I like that a lot. So yeah, just wanted to show you that you can just do that with any camera, any little cheap webcam you have hooked up. You can totally mess with the color schemes and do some really cool things. So yeah, let's leave it on this purple for the last few seconds of the video here. And that's it for this one. I hope you found the tips useful, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing the quality of my channel improve drastically over the last few weeks or months. It's been a blast trying to figure all this stuff out and share it with you guys. And it's only going to get better from here on out. Subscribe if you like the content. It would mean the world to me, and I'll see you guys next time.